Well, g'day, how are you? God, we've got a bunch in here already. Night Train, Love My Drones, Max Air, Chris Wedgeworth, buddy Steve Carpenter. Who else we got here? Drone Days. I think that's about it. Welcome. G'day. We've got some people waiting here in the wings. We have Mr. Ari from Remote Pilots Australia. My God, he hasn't had a haircut for a while. Have a look at him.
And, no.
Actually, I haven't seen you for a while, Ari. So, yeah.
It's been a while, mate.
Karlowski, the prick.
That's it.
How are you?
Good, sir. Come to join you for a little while.
Yeah,
Have
mate.
some fun.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Good day, Mr. Ari.
Hey, Carlos. How are you, my friend?
Alrighty.
Oh, here we got Night Train here too. Michael, how are you, mate?
Oi.
G'day, Mike. How are you, buddy?
The skunk beard.
Good to see you, mate.
Skunk.
I got an echo going. Yes, I do.
Remember Pepe Le Pew?
One more echo.
Recovery
Right.
drones.
Howdy.
How are you, my man?
Good. How's everybody else doing?
No
Well,
complaints.
straight.
Cracking along, boys. Yeah, thanks
Just
for
the
answering.
right time we're supposed to show up because I got an invite about 9 o'clock Wednesday night Pacific Coast.
You would have, and that was just
live.
that was just something that just sort of happened, mate. Me and Ron rang me actually on Messenger, and look, I was editing and I was doing all sorts of shit, and I had a bottle of wine by then, and then I was on my second one, and and I said, "Oh, let's go live." So we did.
Hey, Steve.
Absolutely ridiculous, but
No
anyway,
headaches?
No.
Good.
Well, no headaches, mate. I have got a headache.
Peter Carroll.
Actually. Hello, that's what I call my headache at the moment. You.
Yeah, Carlos, you need to help your boy over there, man.
You know who?
You all convinced him to get into these tiny hawks and freestyles and all that. You need to help him now.
Well, I was just mentioning that as far as the proper controller, because he has the ready to fly one, so he has to mess around with the trim buttons, if I'm not mistaken. Mitch helped Bob Casey rebind or do something. Even Chris Hope even did it, so there is hope for you.
Yeah. I
Well, he got it bound up. It's just not quite like it should be. It sounds like
it's bound to
the
fly.
calibration and beta flight to recalibrate the gyro and all that, and that didn't help either.
It might. Well, what's going on? It's flying funky.
Yeah, it's funky, dude. It's funky. It's
And it's not as flying.
No, I believe it. I'm wondering if it's a pit profile thing that you have to set up. Remember I was telling you in beta flight?
Yeah, there are some profiles for it.
You might have to put it on 2. I don't know what controller's set up.
look. It's I've set everything up in beta flight to work. So there's not.
Did you put it into beta flight?
Yeah.
All right. Did you set up to 180-degree arm? Because that's important.
Hi, Ron.
Hang on.
I found that the hard way. I left a bird in the trees for 24 hours in the rain.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, flip over after crash. You need 180 arm.
It was just, even to get it out of the tree, I couldn't. I wouldn't even arm in the tree.
Yeah, once it's on an angle, it's over 20 degrees or something like that. It won't arm anymore. But if you do the 180, it'll arm even if it's upside down to be able to spin it to try to
Wiggle
get
it out.
the tree without using turtle mode even.
Here we go.
Excuse me.
Screen. Boom. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now, see that? These are fine. These are fine. And that's how the bird would react, right? So she's nice and steady.
Okay.
As soon as I start the controller up
It's going to spin.
and connect to the bird, boom.
Uh-huh.
Aux 1,
I
what
was
is
going to
that?
say that your channel mapping is wrong. Use your sticks. Go forward on your right stick.
Forward on the right. Yeah, no, all that's fine.
the pitch and the roll seems to be good there.
All your switches are down.
Yep, all my switches are down. Oh no, that one isn't. That one is now. Yeah.
So when you arm, what happens? Which one is it? Aux 1?
It's 2 actually.
Aux 2 is arm. And the beeper?
That's aux 2 as well.
And then where's the mode? Don't you have like a 3-way?
Yeah, both of them are 3-way. So what I've got it set up is to off on the left-hand side. I've got middle, which will start the beeper up, do, so I can hear it in the grass when I crash, and which I've used twice already.
Your trims are definitely way off.
And
Those should be $14.99 when the sticks are centered. Those should say $14.99 on your first 3.
that's right. Yeah.
And then your throttle should be down below 1,000 so that it's a low.
But those aren't terrible. What?
Yeah, that is 56 degrees. 56. You know what I
Let me see
mean?
what I'm saying.
1498 to
Yeah.
1556. That's a lot of yaw. That thing's going to take off wanting to spin automatically.
It does. It does. And see this.
Yep.
See this model in the bottom here. That's actually what it does. It's very slow, so I'm fighting it all the way. You know, I can fly it. I'm constantly fighting a yaw.
Go back to your setup page.
Up top.
Mr. Tim Jackson.
Now
Howdy.
put the quad totally flat on a surface.
Yeah, I just did that this morning again.
The calibrated
It
the accelerometer, and then reset the Z-axis offset. See the little blue tab there? Make sure you click that too. That might help with zeroing the quad out as far as your sticks and everything.
Oh, okay. Hang on 2 seconds. No, I'll do it like that.
A lot of times people use a cup to set the quad on so that they can keep it flat because of the USB wire coming out of it.
Yeah, Matt, use a glass and put the USB in the glass somehow.
It'll help it keep flat to make sure that it's flat as can be.
That looks pretty good right there. No, a little off.
Well, yeah, but he hasn't hit calibrate, so it could be off. It was off before, so.
Okay, that's about as flat as I can get it.
Hit calibrate accelerometer.
Calibrate accelerometer.
Now hit the reset Z-axis offset. Ooh, look what it just did. Now go back over to your receiver tab and see if it changed anything.
All right, now I'll connect my controller. Boom.
Yeah, it's still way off. So yeah, it's in the calibration of the sticks on the controller. I bet you put that onto a regular Tyrannus and bind it to that, and your sticks are going to be normal.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean,
you do have trim buttons on there, so you could use the trim buttons. And on this tab, while it's on, use your trim buttons to try to make that $14.98 or $14.99.
It doesn't work.
Yaw, pitch, or roll.
There's an up and down trim button too, right?
It doesn't work.
Try it while the stick is in some kind of position. I don't know. Nah, that won't.
Is this a $1,200 headache?
No, this is a $200 headache.
Save yourself a headache and buy a $200 DJI FPV one.
Oh,
you had to go there?
You had to go there, didn't he?
That's a $1,700 headache.
Matt, check out the 180-degree arm. I think that's in the next one up
right now, though.
No. But when he flies,
configuration page
tab.
The little tab on the left that says configuration under ports. Click there. On the right hand side, he's got arming 180 maximum angle.
Oh, that's good. Mine didn't come like
on the
that.
right hand side there says arming.
You always want to make that 180, man.
To be 180.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yep.
Hang on. What I'll do is I'll just do this first. Yep. Configuration. Scroll down.
And all this back and
forth.
I think the quad itself is fine.
The RX lost A, B, and C and figure for and find for X.
He just went bye-bye.
He broke it.
Too much computing.
Tim
This-
Jackson in the house. Well, that's where
This internet is ridiculous.
Oh, there's two of you now.
Did you speak to him about turning that off, Matt?
Blind Neil.
Oh, no, I haven't yet. I'll be
Peter
doing
You
that.
may want to stop your share.
Uh,
I think it's still going around in
Looks
circles.
like the gang's all here.
it is too.
Oh, can I make an announcement?
What's up, Blind Neil?
Today is Ed, Love My Drone's birthday.
What?
So everybody should say happy birthday
What
to
is
Ed.
he, like
Birthday!
83
Happy
today?
birthday, Ed.
He's 62, I believe.
And we all think
Happy
you're special,
birthday
Ed.
to you. Your turn, Ed. Mike.
Happy birthday to you.
Matt. Happy birthday, dear Ed.
Dre. Oh, sorry. Happy birthday, dear Ed.
Your turn, Dre.
Happy birthday.
And all together.
To
All together.
you.
And many more.
Yeah, commiserations, you old bastard.
Oh,
Uh,
you missed your calling, Michael. Holy moly, brother. If you're
We
on
were
the voice,
talking about
mate,
it
they would have
last
turned their
night.
chairs. Just
With
like
my
that.
last vlog style video that I put up, I was playing around singing on the way down, and somebody put in the comments, I want to say it was Mars Twerky Drones, put in the comments, he said, for a singer, you're not a bad pilot either.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
yeah, he's having issues there, huh?
Yeah, he's lagging again.
It's his new experimental internet that's supposed to be twice as fast as he had before. And it is when it works.
Is,
Yeah.
is that the same company that Ken Herring uses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wirecast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 miles of wet string internet.
Jeez.
He left us completely. So, Dre, you even thinking about FPV, or you say no way, no how?
Well, you never say never, but I just haven't figured out a way to make any money with it yet.
Do you
Well, you didn't get the DJI FPV drone, right?
are you
No, no, I went ahead and saved my nickels and bought the Maverick 2 Advance.
don't you ever buy something just for pleasure, like a TV?
No, I was born with
He's got
that.
two Jags. What do you think those are for? Hey, money.
Hello, Mr. Wedgeworth.
Yeah, Ari, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'd be
I've
ringing
never
up
had
and
any
telling them.
problem. Quick as all.
Funnily
bugger,
enough,
this
that-
internet.
They
and-
contacted me. They contacted me this week and asked me, did I want it? The second word I said was no. I won't repeat the first word. It'll have you demonetized.
No, really, Dre, just for fun,
Geez, that took a
$200
while to come
you
up
can
with.
get started.
Well, like I say, Carlos, I mean, I have a lot of different hobbies I get involved
Oh,
with.
okay.
I play golf. I'm heavily into home theater. I even have a setup for my backyard with that. So we watch movies back there with the kids and grandkids and stuff. So, and like I said, my taste varies. Drones is, like I say, my drone fetish is with my work.
I
Like
see.
you say,
That makes sense.
It pays for all the rest of my endeavors.
Use a projector in the back.
Yes, yeah, I have a 1080p Epson projector.
That's what I have.
Back on a 12-foot screen.
I have an
Sits
Epson
off the balcony.
projector. Same thing.
Yeah, I think mine's the
I got an older model.
mine's about 2 or 3 years old. It's the Epson 1060. I think mine is.
No, I got mine a long time ago.
Yeah.
Used it, put it away. I probably still have hours and hours of lamp life.
Yeah, I just bought mine just for, I say, watching movies in the backyard with the grandkids and stuff. 'Cause I'm a big movie aficionado, and that's why I can't wait for some of these movies they've been sitting on to come out and stuff, man.
Heard on the radio, which one is it? The Top Gun 2? Something
Yeah.
like that?
Waiting for that one to come out. Like I said, it would have already been out on DVD by now. It would have came out last
Yeah,
year.
right.
It was supposed to, yeah.
Everything's on DVD.
Yeah.
Everything's on hold.
Yeah, like I said, they pushed back everything, which
Even the
means
DVD.
all the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff won't come out until they get their theater run. So
Right.
just got to sit on it.
That's
Yeah,
why I don't go to the
I'm a
theaters
big movie
anymore.
buff.
Once they get the theater run, it's like 2 weeks later the DVD's out, man.
Right.
It's like you might as well just save the money on the popcorn and stuff and stay home.
Yep. Unless it's something I just want to go and see in the theater, I wait, man, because I spent so much money on my gear that I'll put it up against most movie theaters in a heartbeat and stuff. My in-house and my backyard system. I run a 5.1 dual subs out in the backyard, and I run these two huge 4,000 watt subs inside by SVS, and it's a nice little hookup.
What amp do you use?
I have a Pioneer Elite setup from the receiver to the Blu-ray player. All my stuff is Pioneer Elite.
Pioneer and JVC have been my favorite too along the days.
I'm a Yamaha guy.
Yeah, I know. Yamaha's made a lot of big gains over the last 5-6 years as being one of the front runners now in home theater.
I went from the 5-channel to the 7-channel.
Yeah, that's why
That's
I
a
run
lot
now.
of speakers, man.
Yeah, I run a
'Cause you have-
7.2 right now inside my house.
I came across what they call presence speakers. Have you ever heard of that term? There's 4 speakers in the front other than the dialogue, the box.
Yeah, you have we call your height speakers, your standard left and right, then your
Right.
center. Yeah.
A lot of wires.
You
Man, I
in the
used to spend
same
a lot of money on
year as we are, Matt, now?
speakers like that.
You guys got to stop signing up for that Wirecast that Kim Heron.
Sorry, mate.
Stop using that Wirecast that Ken Heron has.
Matt, do they
Mate.
have Starbucks in Australia?
This is
Yeah, but nobody goes there.
You stop tapping on the
Well,
Well,
line.
maybe you can
actually,
get that
Sydney.
free internet while you do the show, maybe. I don't know. Just a suggestion.
Good thinking. They probably got the better internet.
I'm just gonna head down to Macca's, guys. Wait me a minute. McDonald's,
Get
I
a
mean.
burger while you're at it.
Macros.
Love my
There
friend,
he
so
goes
buddy.
again.
At least he's consistent. I mean,
Really? Wow.
Yeah, Matt's got consistent internet, consistently bloody awful.
Yeah.
Starbucks sucks. I'm not for the coffee, Tim.
So, what's everyone's opinion? What is the best time of the day to upload a video to YouTube for presentation, for publishing?
There is a demographic that's on your YouTube page which tells you the best time that your audience is online. Now mine says like 3 p.m.
Really?
You know, I don't know about that
Where do I
because
find that?
or 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. You know,
That's in my studio.
Hey?
Yeah, I've seen that, but I never really paid attention. I think usually I
Yeah.
post mine
Mike.
late at night my time, so it'd be early morning European time.
Mike, what was the question again? What's the best
What's
time
the
to
best
upload?
time to upload video?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Is that what
definitely
you're
say
doing, Matt?
weekends. Weekends are not good because more
Well,
people
my
are home.
demographic's probably going to be more related to the audience watches me when I'm on, though, because I do live streams. So it's going to put me towards like 8 o'clock on Thursdays or something like that.
I would think between 9 to 5 because most people are working. Somewhere in between there on a
See, I
weekday.
pushed one out the other night late, and then I pushed one out earlier in the morning, trying to hit some different spots with the videos I've been posting. But I've got another one ready to go, but I'm not sure when to publish it. I fought with it all day with darn graphics.
holy shit! Hang on.
Oh my God. Between Adobe and my computer
Hang on.
today, headache. Oh,
Maybe not.
Are you
Hang
trying to
on.
render at the same
Hang on,
time you're
hang
doing
on.
this, Matt?
I hope not.
No, I'm not, mate. I'm not doing a bloody thing.
Trying to
I'm
find
not
chat.
doing a. I'm not. I've got to tell you, right? You know how young we think Adrian Mateo is, right? You know how young he is, and we think, oh, he's a little boy, right? He's starting to show his age. He's starting to show his age here now. He has to wear glasses. Look at them, and they look thick.
Oh boy.
As everybody's on the panel, I guess I should try to fit in or something, huh?
Yeah. I only need mine so I can read the chat.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything without him.
Yeah.
I only use the bifocal part really for the phone, working on the tiny whoops and shit. So that's time I really needed to do things.
I have a
My
perfect
insurance.
driving. Sorry.
That's all right. I was just going to say, I haven't been on. Sorry, guys, I haven't been on a stream since October last year, and I packed up the office to give the office to the kids for a bedroom, and I only just unpacked this last night here in the bedroom. So I'm sitting back here in an armchair, about 2 meters from the screen, so I couldn't read the chat if I didn't have the glasses
Matt,
on.
how did you get Steve Urkel to come on your live stream?
I was just going to ask, whoever's been in the military, does those look like those RPG?
Oh, man.
Holy cow! You got Hollywood freaking connections.
Did I do that?
Those look like those RPG glasses that the military give you.
No, that looks like Steve Urkel freaking
Hey,
stuff.
Yeah, that's the RPG glasses. They call them rape prevention glasses.
Hey, Adrian.
Are you all
TT,
done?
mate. Free TT.
Are you guys done?
Oh, we just getting warmed up.
Good
How you
evening,
doing, partner?
Adrian. Nice to see you.
He got
meant to send you a text today, but I don't know what happened to your
now he
number.
needs glasses.
Okay.
Oh, Ron's in the house
What's
now.
up,
Hey, Ron.
Ron?
And
Hey,
Adrian.
What's up, Ron?
Harry, how you been, bud?
Oh,
I'm
you got-
fine.
Yeah, not too
that's
bad.
what's up
You're
with you.
overdriven there.
Ron, you
You're
sound
overdriven.
horrible.
Turn your mic down.
Oh, my mic's too high.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
a vibration of
Reverb
some
into
sort.
your mic, yeah.
Distortion.
Yep.
How things have changed. Last time I was here, he could never get enough volume. Now it's too much.
Yeah. How's that?
Still a little
Better.
rough.
He's a
Still a
medic.
little
He can
too
do all
rough.
kinds of volume.
Unplug
Oh.
something and plug it back in, maybe.
How is that? Wait,
The
I'm-
volume
no.
is low.
It's only
It's the
going up and
connection.
down, but the reverb's staying right there.
Yeah.
I would say unplug and replug in.
okay.
There you
go.
There you go.
There
That's
you go.
better.
Whatever
As soon
you
as
just did.
wiggled it, it like cleaned up.
How you
Adrian.
doing, Ari?
Hey, mate, Adrian, it's
Adrian.
time to spend another $15 on a high quality headset.
What's going
Yeah.
on, Carlos?
How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Big Mike, how you doing, Chief?
Is that better?
Kicking it, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
good now,
Ron.
Ron.
It is
I'm-
better, and I'll be
I got
quiet.
my
I'm
first-
talking.
DJI-FPV video ready to publish, man. Just
Okay,
cruising around with it.
okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. Let me get to my introduction. How you doing, Dre?
No, I got a question for you. You been studying?
Yes.
All right. 'Cause
For?
you just saw I posted. I just took my recurrent one just the other night.
He's got his studying glasses on.
107.
No.
I hear the reoccurrence
um,
nice and easy though, huh?
Oh yeah, it was a nice smooth process, and they make you read a little bit because they won't let you skip right to the test. You got to go through each of the modules before they let they open up the test for you. So it wasn't bad. Like I said to somebody else, I think not having had $150 on the line
Hey.
may put you more at ease and stuff. It was just you had to worry about if you screw it up. You lost $150 and come back in 30 days.
Is that what a 107 test's worth over there, Dre?
Yeah.
150.
Yep.
I thought that was going to change, and all you had to do was do it online.
No,
You
it
don't have-
is changed, Carlos. I was just saying that how that load is off your mind now if you're recurring.
One less hurdle.
Yeah, one less
Okay.
thing you had to worry about. I mean, when I took my first test 2 years ago, that was my biggest worry, dude. I was like, man, if I blow this, it's $150 down the drain. You
It's
know?
about 10 times that out here, about 1,500, but you only sit it once. It's for life. They can
Yeah.
review you. They can review you at any time without warning, but yeah.
Oh. Yeah, if I had $1,500 on the line, dude, I'd be like sweating bullets.
It's pretty good, and depending on who your provider is, the mob I went through, they'll give you 3 cracks at it to pass. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it might be a postal shooting if I go in there and lose $1,500.
Yeah.
Ron, you on a union break or you're done for your shift?
No, I'm done till tomorrow morning.
Gotcha.
So
Adrian, did you manage to get the canopy changed on the DJI-FPV drone?
No, not yet, but I looked at it. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's just 8 screws. The hardest part is getting it to lock into place because it's got little clips on the plastic.
Yeah.
They kind of
It got a
lock
little
in a
nipple.
little bit.
It got a little nipples on it.
did you fly
Yeah.
that thing yet, Adrian?
Yes, most definitely. I'm working on a video right now.
Oh,
So,
cool.
so Adrian, you bought the DJI FPV drone,
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
and you're game enough to turn up in a live stream and cop all the shit.
I mean, it would not be me if I don't talk a little shit. You know me
Yeah,
now.
true, Adi. Listen, I'll be honest, mate. I've been out of it since October, but I'd buy it if I could afford it. But I'm not going to kid myself and say it's for the FPV experience. It's just for another way of making movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on,
totally
Tim
need to be
Jackson? How you doing,
cinematic, I
Steve?
agree.
No, Ed, I have not crashed my drone. To be honest with you, I've only flew it in normal and sports mode. That's it.
This is
Same
not
here.
this is not for Adrian to learn FPV.
To be honest with you, Carlos, listen.
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of you got a lot of you guys be saying that, but I beg to differ. It's actually
think he
making me a
could.
little better. It's
With
making
all
me
the
better.
safety features, definitely. As long as he takes his time with it.
How
And
guys?
those sport modes,
How
that thing will move.
Yeah,
Guys-
even in normal mode, it goes 30, 45 miles an hour. It's still fast.
Well, so Lon hit me up earlier today. He said he broke 100 mile an hour with it.
wow?
Wow.
How similar is one of those simulators to the real thing?
You don't get
Hey,
the same
Gary.
feel. It's
Howdy,
real
Gary.
floaty and like
more-
that.
It's more
and
for
it's not
muscle
as
memory.
immersive.
It's more for muscle memory and getting your fingers
Yeah.
used to doing
It's
what
more
they
for
do.
your thumbs, yeah. Getting
Alright.
used to the stick control.
Hey, Ron, to be honest with you, that little simulator is garbage.
Really?
It's trash.
You
I
get
would
the
say
one
that
for
it's
the
trash.
DJI FPV? You can't even get it on the Android. You have to have an iPhone to get
Yeah,
it.
you can only work it on an iPhone. I mean, I got an iPhone and an iPad. It's no problem. But when you get on it, it's trash. Like I don't like it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to play. I was hoping to, and then I got looking for it. I was like, well, it's not even available. And I go watching videos, and they're like, yeah, you can get it on Apple or Android or blah, blah, blah. I go looking at the Android
Let me put it
store.
this way.
I've
You know how,
searched all over for like 2 hours trying to find like a link through the side stuff, you know, and their little hubs and whatnot. I couldn't find nothing for it. There's nothing for
hey, Mike, you know how you normally download a game
Mhm.
app, you know, to your phone?
Yeah, you
It
can't
looks
get
so-
the
it
APK
looks so
file
shitty,
for it.
crappy. I don't like it.
Yeah. So that's all right. I got enough FPV experience. I didn't need the app. I just need to control it and take my time with it. I've flown it in stable and regular mode so far, and it's a fun flyer. Pretty nice.
It
It's
flies
cool being
wonderful.
able to
I mean, I
drop
love
down,
it.
have that 1.7 meters off the ground on your OSD, and you can just control your yaw and your roll and cruise along and know that it's staying like 2 meters off the ground and cruise right along. You concentrate on everything else.
Hey, Ronnie, matter of fact, I even want to hit on butt because I mean, when I saw that it says fly combo, I'm thinking it's gonna come with extra battery. Well, it didn't. It only came with the drone, extra props, one battery, and the remote. That's
Yeah,
the combo.
It doesn't
and the
even
goggles.
come with a carry case.
And the
Not
goggles.
even like a plastic backpack, like you know your
It-
rabbit. It
What,
don't
but-
come with nothing.
The Flymore
Okay.
combo doesn't come with the hand controller either.
No,
No,
the
it's
hand
not a
controller is
controller.
$200.
No, not the regular control. I'm talking about the little single
The
hand
wand.
controller.
No,
It's
no,
another
no. The
$200.
motion, no, that's extra. That's $200.
So
Yeah.
why they calling it a Flymore combo?
Did you get an
That's a
extra
good question.
battery and the charger? The
Wait, say
charger's
that again.
$60
Say that again,
the
Mike.
battery's 170. You end up if you buy the Flymore, it's like $100 more than the other. So for the 100 that you pay, you get almost $200 worth of stuff with it. So it is a little bit Flymore, but
Well,
it's not like
actually,
your standard Flymores have been.
Right. I mean, usually you get another battery, a battery or
You
two
get
with a
3
Flymore
batteries
combo.
total.
And I'm thinking
battery
they should hand off
chargers,
you that
accessories.
motion controller at least.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't follow the trend.
Well, hey, Ari, to answer you, I don't need a new canopy, but it already comes with two. It comes with one already on the drawer, and it comes with an extra one. So I could just exchange it. Just change it
One's
around.
black and one's green.
Yeah, one green and then the one actually see-through. Not black, it's see-through.
Yeah, it's like a smoked out see-through.
Yeah.
thing.
I wonder why
Oh,
that
by the
is.
way-
Tim Divine.
Hey, what's going on, Tim? Hey, by the way, Mike, I don't know if you have been messing with the settings, but you know you can make your lights, all the lights change.
Yeah,
right?
you can change them
And
into rainbow and all.
Like make a little
strobes
dance,
and
rainbow. You can make it look pretty nice.
You
there's
see
the
that when you
original
fly,
canopy
right?
that comes on.
Yes, you'll be able to see it, Carlos.
When you fly, you'll see it.
Yes,
You
Hi,
yourself.
Tim.
it's bright enough. You'll
Well,
be
yeah,
able.
you don't have to have the goggles
Maybe
on.
not
to fly
from
this
far.
bird. It's
But
magic.
you'll be able to see.
Oh,
it.
line of sight.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Anything that you can put on it? Any accessories?
Well,
Landing
you know,
gear,
when you
new
get-
props?
They don't
Oh.
have any. Well,
They don't
on
have,
the
like-
little stubby they do. On the little what you call it, the antennas in the front,
Yeah.
they made like a little attachment for it. I
You're
don't
gonna
have
get
those.
that?
You know what I
You're
mean?
gonna get those though, right?
Hey, Carlos,
No.
if
It-
there are
it's
accessories,
bullshit, no.
Adrian will have them.
They have. I think they have like little
Yeah.
pom pom balls you can put on with a special horn.
Hey,
You can get
Adrian,
that.
you gotta,
It's the
You
ice
have to
cream
have
man.
Cucaracha.
do you have to have a spotter for that, Adrian?
Matt,
Adrian.
people are talking. Why you being? Wait your turn. We're not talking to you right now. So yeah, Carlos,
You know what?
I'm not gonna get it yet.
None of that stuff.
Don't worry about Matt will
Anyway,
drop out here in a
um,
minute, Adrian.
Yeah, he'll be buffering in a moment.
Yeah.
Do you need a spotter for that, Adrian?
Matt,
Are you done, Matt?
is your
I'll
internet
just ask
having
you a question.
Well, Matt, according to the FAA regs, technically you would have to have a spotter because you're flying with the goggles.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
technically,
That's right.
you're supposed to have a spotter, but it is what it is.
I mean, how many people go flying FPV with a spotter? Unless you're with a group, you know.
How many people go
No.
flying period with a spotter?
The technicalities of legally flying one of them here in Australia would be a nightmare, Matt.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the spotter
it's,
is,
yeah.
from what I understood, suggested. No.
Well, like I say, if you go by the FAA regs, it's anytime you have a, how they say, what they call augmented visual aid or whatever, you're required to have a visual observer.
It does say
I
required,
think ours
not
is a
suggested.
250.
It is required, even
Required,
if you're a
okay.
hobbyist, and especially if you're 107.
I thought it was a suggestion.
I thought because in Australia, I think there's a 250 limit on that with requiring a spotter. I think anything over 250, you need a spotter.
Still,
I think.
I don't think they've changed it, Matt. Unless you're flying at an indoor venue with a club, there's just no FPV. I think
Okay.
under the new commercial rules, I think for a commercial, as long as the pilot's got a remote pilot license and every spotter has a remote pilot's license, you
Mhm.
might be okay. It's
Yeah,
typical
right.
Australia, mate.
Is it fair to say, even in Australia, California, the Dakotas, that there's really no drone police out there that you have to worry about unless somebody makes a phone call? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. It seems
don't
like
have- you don't really have to, like,
found
watch
Philly
about
Mike.
Say again?
Used to be.
Drone police found Philly Mike, didn't they?
Yeah, but
Nobody
Well, I think
found
Philly-
him.
Philly
YouTube and
Mike
somebody
found him.
reported him too.
Maybe he
They couldn't avoid him.
I think he was ratted on, so to speak.
I don't think necessarily ratted on.
I love Mike, but you can't claim that he was trying to keep a low profile.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When you're
26 flights, and they all went up in the area where he was supposed to have Lance approval, and there was no Lance approval during those dates. They automatically looked at him.
But what I'm saying is, there's basically not drone police out there. I mean,
Well,
I wouldn't worry too
Carlos.
much about stuff like
I'll
that.
play this, Carlos. I was out doing a job in Laguna Beach, California, last week, and not that the folks will harass me, but as soon as they hear that noise, that buzzing noise, or whatever your drone puts out, somebody's going to be curious and they're going to ask you a question. Now, for me, being a commercial pilot, I always got my business card, and I'm first to hand them out. I said, "Hey, this is who I am. I'm shooting this property for commercial purposes. Have a nice day." And that's the way I have to deal with that every time. I even had another job next door to where I live, not next door literally, but next town over. And the guy came out with a little attitude talking about, "Don't fly over my property." And I said, "I'm here to do my job." And when I got done flying by the back, his son was out there. I said, "Hey, give my car to your dad." Because he's talking about, "I'm going to call police." I said, "Hey," I said, "be more than happy. Please call the police."
Right? Do you wear an
Did you see your random dad? Did you see random dad? His I think it was
Yeah, I
random
saw
dad.
a little bit of the ladies out there talking that noise.
But that woman was cracking at him. He wasn't even flying.
Yeah, he was just holding his hand. He was trying to do his little intro for his video, and she just snapped on him.
Yeah.
Take
You
care,
put a
Steve.
vest on?
Good to catch up with you, buddy.
You put a vest on?
Ruined
Trey?
my.
FCC.
Yeah, I
or-
usually
whole
try to always
day.
wear my vest. But like I
Mm.
said, people don't read what's on your vest. And my vest says commercial pilot, FAA, don't bother me. And
Right.
they always
Steven.
run off of the mouth.
Do you mention to them that what they're doing is illegal technically, and if you call the police, they're going to arrest you? You should
Well,
tell
I-
them like
I
turn it on.
don't tell them that, but I encourage them. Please call the police because
Yeah, no.
at that point, then I'm gonna be on the offense and I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know what, they're disturbing me as a pilot and they're
Mhm.
interfering, which is a federal offense, interfering with a pilot operation,
Right.
and go from there.
Another deterrent too. You put one of your numbers on there and whatnot. You look more official. People ask less questions. Huh?
I just tell them call the cops, just like Joyce said.
Yeah. I like to say all my drones are all
away.
tagged. I have strobes on my drone even in the daylight. I have my strobes on my drone. Everything else. So, like I said, I try to just come in, do what I got to do, and get out. At least amount of contact with other people as possible. But like I said, every time somebody hears the sound of a drone, especially the small one, like last 2 weeks ago, I had my Spark out, and I was flying real in close to this tilt-up building. And that's when the guy came out and talked about don't be flying on my property, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And I turned around, landed the Spark, threw up the Phantom, and I didn't see him anymore. The Phantom has a lot lower sound.
Tim? Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you would have handled a situation I had 2 years ago. I was in my front yard. I wasn't. The drone itself wasn't in my yard, but I'm flying up and down the road, just practicing the little maneuvers.
Yeah.
And there's an apartment complex. I want to say it's somewhere between 600 and 800 yards behind me. Never even came close. And all of a sudden, this car comes screeching up my street, goes into a skid. And I see the driver turn and look, and I'm standing in my driveway. He throws it in reverse, literally laying tire. Throws it in reverse and comes skidding out in the front of my driveway. The guy gets out, throws down his jacket, rips it off, throws it down, and he said, "Is that your mother effing drone?" And I'm like, yeah. I said, "Hold on 1 second. All I wanted to do was land it." And I brought it down, I hand caught it, and I walked it over to my front porch. And I went over to the guy and I said, "Okay, let's talk. You either change your attitude," I said, "and we can talk about this, or if you keep this up, I'm going to send you out of here in an ambulance, not your car. So how do you want to proceed?"
That was perfect.
Oh, you're better than me because when they come on my property,
Well, it wasn't on my property.
I gave that one
second.
Doesn't matter.
Give me a second.
He
The
came.
next thing he would have heard would have been that clack clack sound.
He came
Yeah.
to you.
You're on my property now.
He came to me,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
how I finished it up was I told the guy, I said, "Listen," I said, "I'm a guy in my 50s. I'm out here enjoying my hobby." He accused me of being back at his apartment, flying outside his window and peeking in his window.
Yeah.
And I said, "That's what 16-year-olds do." And I said, "Number
Right.
two, I said, I'm friends with the chief of police here.
Mhm.
I helped him draw up the ordinances for this community for drones." And I said, "Number three, if you want to be a complete fucking idiot and take this to court, I'm going to bring my controller with me that has the coordinates, and then we're going to show on a map where this drone was and where
Right.
you live."
Right.
And I said, "You're going to look like a real idiot." I
Yep.
said, "Now, change your attitude." And I said, "If you're real nice, I'll let you fly it." He
Yeah.
said, "Screw me," and walked away.
Yeah,
There
like
you
I said, if he came on my property, I'd have got. I said, as I get my gun, I keep a pair of cuffs right there with my gun. So I
Oh.
said, he'd have got put on his knees, put hand, interlace your fingers behind your head, cuffed him, and I would have called the police and
Citizens arrest.
come get this guy.
Citizens arrested trespassing.
Yeah, I'd let him up. If you don't come on my property, that's one thing you don't do.
That's the only problem I've had in probably 3 years.
Most of the people that come to me are 9 times out of 10 just curious of what you're doing.
That's what I find.
And that's it. They're like, once you explain to them, hey, I'm out here doing a business and you're doing legitimate things, they walk away. And like I said, I always get my business card. Says, here you go. You can look me up on Google. And I got my own website on the internet. So I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
That's why
You
I
guys come
encourage them
across
to
a
call
lot of
police.
knuckleheads because I've never had that issue.
Mm.
Ever.
And the,
Hey,
Well, like I
Ron.
said, I fly in a lot of urban areas.
I mean, I'm in New York City in Queens.
Yeah,
I flew into
I'm
the.
saying, like I said, yeah, you guys got everything there. But I'm saying I fly around businesses, intermingling with houses. And like I said, a lot of people are paranoid, but they kind of know when they see a drone up. 9 times out of 10, if you're in a neighborhood, they know you're probably doing real estate photography, something like that. If you're down in a business area, they usually know that you're down there doing commercial business shoots or doing filming. So like right now, I'm supposed to go on a shoot down in Malibu next weekend, and I'm just going to be the VO. But I have the license. And I had to fill out a big old form for the California State Film Commission because the beach we're going to
Forest Lake,
is a state beach.
Shit,
So we had to
right,
fill all this paperwork and stuff.
I'll
And
give
I'm
him a
just
ring.
a
Yeah,
visual
no worries.
observer.
Thanks, mate. Bye-bye.
So that's why I tell people about get the credentials or whatever else that you need for your area, and that keeps you so much out of trouble. You know, the guy from the railroad tried to approach me and stuff and was saying that I couldn't fly. I showed him my license, showed him my COA, and he just got in his truck and went away.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, if I take my drone, unless I go into Rapid City, which is 10 miles to the east, you know, I don't even have to use the land system.
Right.
From the west, if I start heading west, I got to go close to 3 hours before I've got to worry about being in uncontrolled airspace or, yeah.
I've had a lot of people come up to me over the years, but I've never had anybody walk away angry. And what you said, Ron, works well. What's the first question they always ask you? Are you supposed to be flying here? And my answer is always, yeah. Do you want to go? You know, hand them the controller, and it usually does the job.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. That guy was so mad. I was like, I don't. You know, I got $1,500 in the year.
Right.
All I wanted
I've
to do
never
was
had
land it.
anyone. Yep.
You
I've
know,
never had anyone come up to me aggro.
With the
Fortunately.
screeching car
And
like that.
Carlos, you're right. I've got a restaurant
Hey,
across the street from me, and the cops go there every day. There's sometimes 6-8 cop cars that'll sit there and have lunch. I don't know how many times I've been out flying. They come out and they wave, "Hi, how you doing?" You know, I'm only 50 yards away.
I've
Yeah,
given
okay.
cops ride-alongs. I've flown over their cars. They don't care. The only reason they bother you is because somebody called.
Right, and you know, in their defense, they have to respond to a phone
Well,
call.
yeah, no, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But my I remember I've had like road rage incidents. The guys yelling at me, and my favorite one is, "I think you got me confused with the other guy." And they go, "No, it was you." I said, "No, the one that gives a shit what you're saying." Go, get the fuck, beat it. People are idiots.
You know,
And my theory is this. My last theory is these people that complain about you spying on them is probably because that's what they would do if they had a drone.
Yeah.
one of the things I tried to show that guy was I had a smart controller, and I tried to show him. It's like, you know what? I was going to fly in front of my house and say, "Tell me if you can see inside my windows,
Right.
and if you can you make out anything more that looks bigger than an inch?" You know.
Yeah, they don't understand that. You know, you virtually to get anything in the window, you'd have to be hovering right outside the glass.
Yeah, and you know, I do my best to educate the public. You know, and like all you guys have had, they come up and they say, "Wow, what are you doing? And what do you see?" And I'm like, "Hey, come on over," and I show them.
Oh yeah, they love
You
it.
know,
Yep.
and when they see you're doing like cinematic stuff and, you know, photography and stuff, they're like, "Oh, that's cool," you know.
Everybody who's experienced either the Mavic Air, the Tello. I've even let people fly the Tello when I used to have it. You know, with
Really?
my other drones. They love all that, and especially the ride-alongs.
You know-
FPV.
You know what I regret down in Florida is that because Mitch offered, and I think you did too, Carlos. I wish I would have put a set of goggles on.
Oh, you
And
never did it the whole time you were there.
No, that whole
Really?
day Friday. Yeah, I wish I would have.
Wow.
Because, you know, the chances of me finding an FPV pilot here to kind of stand beside me and kind of, you know, guide me a little bit, you know, to get started are pretty slim.
Yeah.
So anything I do is all going to be on my own. And like Matt was saying, I think a couple others, you know, get a little Tiny Hawk and bang it around in my house.
That's what I did all by myself.
So Ron, make sure you do the walk though, okay?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got to do that.
That's unique.
And the ping, 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 ping.
Actually, one of my favorite was the noise as he was cleaning the lens.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to live that down, am I? Seriously.
No.
You can cure cancer, but we're going to remember you for that.
There you go.
Matt, I got one question for you tonight.
God.
Matt,
Hey, yep.
I do have a question for you. Were you having a little technical difficulties with your internet tonight?
Oh man, he's playing Ken Heron tonight.
No, it's just
Ridiculous. It is
no.
ridiculous.
I was being a little sarcastic. Was listening to him try to pronounce those two words yesterday morning.
What was that? What was I trying to say? Oh, technical difficulties. That's
Yes.
right.
Remember that, Carlos?
Yeah. Yeah, try and say that after a couple of wines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They got better each time.
Oh, that was a bit of a laugh, wasn't it?
Oh, that was a hoot,
That was
man.
fun.
Hey, I got a phone call from work. I got to start at 12:30 today. So in about another half hour, I guess, something like that. I'm going to actually have to nick off again.
Damn it. Work's interrupting our fun. You need to do this stuff on your own time.
Really.
I know. I'll go live from my cab. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't I?
Yeah, tell him, Adrian. Give him.
It'll probably be better internet than you got at home.
I am tired of
I
talking
think
to
he's
him,
better
Ron.
in off his phone. He's driving.
Ron, I'm tired of talking to him, but he don't listen.
Yeah. I'm just like Jim told you. You go do
freaking
this stuff on your own
ponytail-
time, not on our time.
His ponytail is too goddamn tight. He needs to loosen up like me. Loosen your ponytail up a little bit like me. Loosen it up.
Yeah, that looks spectacular,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Where is Jim? By the
Shut up.
way, where is Jim? I mean, we haven't seen him for a while, haven't we? I popped onto his show on the week during the week. Briefly, I was just in the chat there. I was heading to work again, but I should message him actually, see how he's going. I haven't bloody talked to him.
Talk
I need to
so
look up
much.
the
Just get
tracking
to the
number for
point.
Adrian. I just
The
remembered.
story is so long and boring.
Yeah, right.
Bye, Adrian.
I was supposed to look up the tracking
That was a
number.
good one, Matt. That was
Good timing.
oh. Yeah, I missed Jim's show this week because I was testing that night. And I said that the whole process takes about 2.5, 3 hours because it makes you read the module. So I took about, I guess, 2.5, 3 hours to complete the recurrent test.
Adrian, may I ask, what does the X signify on your hat?
I already told you.
It's
a
an
damn.
You told me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, my memory.
I know you're old. It's an
Yes.
eagle.
That's an eagle?
That's
It
the
is?
face right here.
Looks like two Band-Aids put together to me.
I am stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids on me.
You ever hear that joke, Adrian? Now, I'm not talking about your mother, but there's a joke that says, your mother's so fat she was wearing a Malcolm X t-shirt and a helicopter tried landing on her back. Something like that.
Charming.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry. You mean it.
That's what,
goddamn it.
no, not to your mother, but I'm saying that's what that X reminds me of. All right, I'll shut up.
That was funny though.
Sorry, Matt.
Don't worry, me, mate.
Hey, Mr.
I'm
Bob
actually
Face.
looking forward to Adrian's video when he pops that out. That'll be really interesting. But how's this, right? He's got himself his nice DJI drone and he loves it. It's nice digital and all this sort of crud and a nice
Oh,
camera
my
on
Here
it.
it comes.
God,
And
Jesus.
I put a video out of me just rooting around with a tiny hawk. And all he can say is that camera's crap.
Oh,
Right?
Look like SpongeBob.
hey, Adrian, by the way, I got something for you to buy.
SpongeBob SquarePants looks better. What?
Shut up, Matt. What was that? What is it, Ron?
The Autel's coming out with a smart controller.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you post that, Ron.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to click on it.
Really?
Yeah,
His ears just
it's
went
nice
up.
too.
They
It's
perked
twice
up.
as bright as the DJI. It's 2,000 nit.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I can see that up on your shelf, Adrian.
You have to wear sunnies when you put that in. Oh, my God.
Is the
That's,
leather $200?
I don't know how much it is, but
See
yeah.
what Brent Ariels put up for the
I mean,
X?
if it's about 200, I might get it. But if it's more like the DJI one, I'm not getting it. No, it's too much.
Uh-huh.
But it's an accessory, Adrian. You must
Yes.
have it.
Yes.
Accessories have no price limit.
Dude, your kids, I've seen your kids running around barefoot, mate. They got
Yeah.
no
They
shoes.
can go hungry a couple more days.
Peanut butter and jelly is an acceptable meal for ACS. Don't worry. They won't take them away. Don't worry.
We won't call child services.
Hey, Ron, Tim was asking, will the Autel hook up with DJI birds?
I don't think it said the Autel 2 series. The Autel was it the Enterprise and one other one I forget. I didn't look at it real closely, but it looked. I watched a little video. That video I posted up on Jim's site.
So it's mostly a proprietary Autel.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's I going to ask?
Hey,
Actually,
Matt,
I've got to
I'm gonna leave you guys because I'm gonna go join the old guy and hang out with the bum
worries,
for a little
mate.
while.
thanks for
I'm sorry, old guy in a drone. Adrian, it's always a pleasure to see you. Can't wait till the 28th of next year. Maybe we'll see you again. We're gonna have another meetup. Did you hear about it?
Oh, I'll be there.
Good. Dre, Ron,
Hey, Carlos, take care,
See you,
Carlos.
Carlos.
smile and behave yourselves. Have
All right,
fun.
man.
Take care.
All right.
See you, Carlos.
Adios, guys.
Adrian, I asked you a question in chat.
Actually, that's not how you spell it. It's BRONSON.
As long as I got Bronson, not Branson. It says it's still in tracking. It's still in delivery. It's in Gainesville Distribution Center right now.
Oh,
I'll send
okay.
you the tracking number though.
Then it might be here tomorrow then, or it might be here Monday.
Yeah, I'll give you the tracking number so you can keep track of it.
Go ahead and text it to me.
I'll put it in your messenger.
Oh,
All right.
telling everyone barking orders. Hey, Michael, what controller should I get, mate?
Oh,
One that works.
My favorite so far has been the Radio Master. It's kind of an overkill, but for 135 versus 110 for the QX7, the 25 bucks is worth it because you get the nice gimbals and everything with it.
Okay, so what is it?
Radio Master TX16. It's like 135 US.
It's right next to the Thigh Master.
That'll be $750 out here, Matt.
And the rest. You know what?
Yeah, that or
Worth more than the
QX7.
drone.
The other option would be the QX7.
And that's Radio Master.
That's a Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
Tyrannus QX7.
Now these controllers are for what? Tiny Hawk?
They're 16 channel radios. You can use them for pretty much any of his drones. As far as the ones that he's building or whatever, it won't link to your DJIs and stuff. But the Radio Master, I can link it to FR Sky, Spectrum, all the different protocols that are out there. It's got a 4-in-1 protocol, multi-protocol. So even like your Paro drones from Walmart and whatnot, it's got the protocol in there so you can link them to your Paro drones and fly your Paro with it.
Mike, is that like at the meet there, like on Friday when we were all together, you guys had to communicate with each other and say, hey, what frequency are you on?
That was for the video. Because our video channels would interfere over each other and bleed over each other. So it would knock us out. We wouldn't be able to see what we were flying.
Peter
Good on you. Good on you, Peter.
I haven't heard a Peter Carroll zinger in a while.
Yeah, I was going to say it's good to see that Peter has mellowed in my absence.
Holy shit. Oh, you're at Underwood there, Ari.
Yeah, well, near enough, not far.
No, yeah. No. I'm talking about that the footage is showing up there with the
Oh,
the
yeah. Yep. God, that's been set since October.
Yeah, and that is where you hung your spark up in a tree, if I'm correct.
Yes, it is. And when my son waded out to his chest into the lake so that I could knock it out of the tree, and he caught it. So his allowance did not cease.
Mate, I tell you what, he's it needs a gold medal just getting into that lake. My God, can you imagine how much duck shit you'd be stepping in? Ugh.
Oh yeah. Why do you think I have children, man? I decided I was going to keep that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's proved his worth.
Yeah, and well, he's gotten even better. He went and got his excluded class commercial drone license as well. So I'm definitely keeping him now.
Oh,
Yeah. He could be a spotter for FPV.
Yeah, and so did both of my daughters, mate. So I got 3 spotters.
oh man.
They got to earn their
He has the
keep, Ari.
commercial license. Won't let him fly, but he can be a good spotter, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to say it. He's not going to be a spotter for FPV. He's into real drones, cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, I survived.
That should be a reminder for some folks on this panel. Cinematic.
Yeah.
So, like your heavy lift drones and stuff, that kind of stuff.
Matt, you're not
I
going
saw.
completely to the dark
I
side,
mean,
are you?
the Dragon, the Komodo cam on a
Blind woman.
darn drone is just awesome.
Neil,
that
you're a
money
naughty
shot
boy.
drone is as cinematic as it can get. I'm just saying, Aaron.
It's a good
Damn,
question.
blind Neil, you a beast.
The money shot drone that Nurk's been flying is crazy cinematic cool, but it's a huge ass drone. Fits the red camera on there. That camera's that big around. It's like a couple pounds at least.
He's got one of those red Komodo dragons.
One of the Komodo cams.
Yeah, he's got a we call a hexcopter carrying it.
It's four arms, but it's 8 blades, and it's like 8-inch props that it spins, or a 10-inch prop, something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a huge. It's a beast.
yeah, because that
If
camera's
it
a
fires
beast.
up and makes a noise, you know it's coming.
Yeah. All right. Well, Matt, I'll pop out since you got to leave here pretty quick, and
Take care, Ron.
I'm gonna get ready for work tomorrow.
Take care,
Dre,
Ron. See you later, man.
Mike, Adrian, and Ari, it was good to see you. And good to see you back in the game.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ron.
By the way,
Yeah.
too, Ron. Well done.
Ron, you be
Yeah.
careful out there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a little flying tomorrow, probably. I'm sure. So
Okay.
Good stuff,
Yeah.
mate.
Hopefully the weather's moved out of your way. It was crazy over here the last couple of days.
we landed in 72 knot winds the other day. Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That's almost landing sideways.
It looked nice out looking out the window until I walked outside and the wind was just a whipping today at like 20, 25. I'm like, yeah, the hell with it. I just
Yeah.
think the storms are moving back tonight.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. All right, guys,
See you later,
Take care,
man.
Ron.
sign up. See you, man.
Now, Adrian, I'm gonna start riding you extra hard now to get your 107.
Yes, sir. That's what I need. That's exactly what I need.
All right, so you're gonna get
He's
tired of him.
definitely got
I'm gonna be
enough
on your
drones
case.
for it.
Well, he's got a collection. He had to worry about
Yeah,
8
I mean-
drones. Which drone he's gonna use? Adrian's like going to the little candy machine. He's got the big selection.
Put a quarter in, spin it, and take what
Yeah.
you get and fly
He's
that
going
one
in
for
and
the
say,
day.
selection number A8. Okay, the Maverick 2 Pro or a B9, the Autel Evil. Yeah.
I just got a question for Michael. What's the difference between the TX16 and the TX16S?
The
About
TX
$30.
S is the one you want. Yeah. I've got the S. It's the better gimbals, better connections and whatnot. It's got the charging on the bottom. The TX16 was the first edition. The TX16S was the advanced edition that they redefined it all and cleaned it up.
Okay, now do me a favor,
'Cause it's a
Michael. Repeat
knockoff
every-
of the Jumper 16.
Mike, do me a favor. Everything you said, repeat it, but slowly. Bro, I didn't understand nothing you just said.
The TX16S is the upgraded version of the TX16. It's got better components in it. They've gone from the cables changed in it and whatnot. It's better componentry overall.
Okay, now do me a favor. Stop rubbing your beard. It's kind of weird. It's freaking me out.
Training it. I'm training it. Don't you know that? You got to train these.
Because anytime we do that, it's freaking me out.
So
Like, stop it.
You get out your beard balm.
Steve Dix. You idiot.
That's not too
Righto.
bad, actually.
It is, isn't it? 250. My God.
Yep. I mean, 250 Australian dollars, you get a milkshake and some chips for that.
Yeah, I won't eat for a week, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be
You
able
won't
to
need
fly
another
through that
radio for a long, long time.
16, and it takes 2 batteries.
Yeah, it runs off the 18650s, and it's got external charging with USB-C type.
Nice. I like that. Okay, it's got your telemetry.
And there's a bunch of different stuff you can get for it, different like colored aluminum onto it, and all kinds of stuff you can order accessorized if you want.
What sort of distance you get out of that? I mean, I'm not after a lot of distance. I'm just after good connection.
You're getting tons of range, dude. You'll get miles with that, with just
Matt,
regular radio.
Did you hear what he said? You can bedazzle it.
Yeah.
As long as it gives Matt enough control that he doesn't actually miss me, he'll be fine.
Fly my tiny hawk straight into your guts again, Ari.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Have you recovered?
Oh, yeah, it took me like about 150th of a millisecond, and I was back to myself.
Damn,
That was
Skeeter,
excellent. Tim Devine should have posted that as a short because that was sensational.
Man hit by drone.
Yeah, and you go oink.
Near fatal drone crash. All the
I
views.
got
we
a
get.
jump at T16.
Mind you, if you'd have been
gotta
flying
do
the
slow motion.
DJI one, I wouldn't have been so keen to stand there.
Yeah, no. Hey, what's a jumper? A jumper
The Jumper
T16. What-
T16 is basically the same thing, but the ribbon cables are different in it. There's a lot more issues they've had with the Jumper versus the Radio Master. That's why I don't recommend the Jumper. If you go look up Jumper T16 issues or known issues on YouTube, you'll get like tons of videos on it, dude.
You guys
Tim-
got
Tim
Matt going down that rabbit hole now.
This is what happens. Tim, I told you, mate, ask questions before you buy shit. Tim? My God. I got a jumper T16. Okay. Oh, well, that's coming then.
Yeah, the Jumper was the first version of these that come out, and then the guy that was with Jumper, they had a separation, the two guys that ran it, and one guy decided to make his Radio Master, and the other guy's still doing his Jumper. But the Radio Master was upgraded. They put, instead of having ribbon cables that popped off or broke easy or whatever, they put real cables into it, and this and that. A lot better system.
Mm.
And the dials here, they're like aluminum here, where on the Jumper it's plastic. Your buttons are a little bit harder to push, a little bit better setup. And they say that they're working on having other capabilities with the screen and whatnot to be able to pull your FPV in possibly too. That would be cool. That's
Holy shit.
probably ways out yet though.
These Tyrannus are cheap.
Yeah. It's a basic radio. Here's your QX7S right here. That's the carbon fiber edition. The S version does have the Hall effect gimbals, so it's got smoother gimbals for your sticks versus the regular QX7.
Okay.
Which is $40. You can go from the QX7. You can put the Hall effect gimbals in for $40 US.
I might stick with the 16S. I think
It's the better of the two radios for the price comparison. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. No. I'll stick
So,
with that
so
one.
Matt, I'm assuming that you have to like bind it to the drone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy to bind, isn't it?
You put the drone in the bind mode. You put the radio in the bind mode. Once you've got your model set, you just put them both in the bind, and it binds right up.
Oh, okay.
It's not too difficult.
Righto, Tim.
Sometimes
Righto.
it's a little easier than others to bind it, as Matt probably experienced. Binding them things can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Hold that
Dude,
button when you plug in a freaking battery. I ain't got 3 hands.
Yeah, no. I ended up pulling the controller apart yesterday because the battery's never been out of it, right? So I ended up pulling the whole thing apart because, okay, I'm going to do a hard reset on this thing and just get the power right out of this thing. And it actually worked. The controller actually went into bind mode after I did that. Right. And I thought, oh, beauty. Okay, now I'll put my drone into bind mode. Okay, do it again. Won't go into bind mode. You son of a bitch. Pull it apart again, right? Drop it all out. And finally did it. So it bound. So I was happy with that. And then I got into beta flight, and I actually was on a video call. I called up Mars FPV, and I said, dude, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah. Mars was able to help you pretty quick too.
It was, and it's so much easier. I couldn't work this shit out. What's going on here? And he goes, "Oh no, just put that into that mode there." Yep, it works.
Good evening, Captain Ray Kelly.
How you doing, Ray Kelly? Hey, hey, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, this is a question for Mike and for you, Matt. So on the Tiny Hawk 2, which I still have it on the shopping cart on my Amazon, I'm like that close to go ahead and getting it. Question: on the remote, it looks like you have little buttons on the side of the sticks, on each stick and at the bottom. Is that like to trim it? I mean, does it come trim, or you have to do it yourself to keep it? You know what I mean?
You know what? To be honest, mate, I've never trimmed the Tiny Hawk. Once it's in the air, you just fly it. There's really no issues there.
Yeah,
I'm having issues with this.
He's pretty much set up so that
because of this shit.
Calibrated sticks.
What kind of issue you having?
Sorry,
you say you were having issues.
This one here, this is the Freestyle 2, right? So I'm having issues with that because it's on a constant yaw, right, and a constant roll, right. So I'm constantly fighting against that to fly it, right. You can still fly it, but it's a pain in the ass. So I've got to sort that out, and I'm kind of guessing that well, as you can see when I did have it up on the screen, that the drone itself is actually set right. As soon as I hook up that controller,
like the calibration in the sticks on the radio is what the problem is somewhere. Yeah,
shitty.
Yeah.
How you doing, Brad Austin? How you doing, Chief?
A toy grade type radio. That's really the problem. They don't use a whole lot of components for them.
Yeah. It is, mate. It is. I was just going cheap, and I said, "Yeah, no, I'll use that controller." But
it's a good startup type kit. You know what I mean?
So what's the reason why you cannot record with the Tiny Hawk 2, even though it has
because the DVR capabilities aren't on the goggles. The goggles themselves don't have a DVR in them. So that's why Mike got the SkyDroid so he can record.
SkyDroid rocks. It's bloody fantastic, mate. Yeah. Bloody fantastic, that thing. But as I said, it's not supposed to work with the S20. That's not in the list of phones that it'll work with. But it won't work with the S4 either because the app is no longer available for the S4. Right? So that fuck those plans. But anyway, I got all I do now is a screen record on my S20 because I can get video to the phone, which is when I press record on that on the normal record, it says it's recording, but then you go to the file location, there's nothing in there. So now I just screen record and it comes up in my screen records in the gallery, and that's how I do it. So big deal, whatever. That's all good. I don't mind that.
Now, if you know you're going to keep goggles for a while, you might as well just shop for a good set of goggles too, Adrian, you know. Instead of the Tiny Hawk ones, you might as well go ahead and, you know, sell off one of your drones you don't fly and buy you a good set of goggles.
Oh, don't say that. He'll sell a lot of them.
Listen. Hey, Mike, listen. Listen, Mike. Hear me out, Mike. Don't you ever cuss my mother like that again. Don't ever tell me that again.
Oh, Mike, you just opened a can of worms.
Listen, Mike. I need
one of those big wheels to spin around and wait for the number to
stop. Buys them. He doesn't sell them.
I would rather starve before I sell my goddamn drone.
What's up, Matt?
How you doing, Matt?
Hey,
oh man.
Hey, Bob, don't look at it as getting rid of a drone. Look at it as making an investment into another type of drone, Adrian.
Shut up, Mike. Don't be telling me that. Don't do that again. Don't do that
Hey,
again.
thanks, Bob.
You have to understand, Mike, as a museum curator, you never throw anything out. You keep collecting things, so that way you can change up your displays at the time of the year. You know, they have the King Tut tour, and they have the Nefertiti tour. Adrian has the Alltel tour, the DJI tour. He's gonna have the Tiny Hawk tour. So every time you come to his museum, you'll get a different view every time, and never be the same trip.
Those poor kids are going to be answering the door forever.
Yeah. This is where I keep my drones. You say, oh my God, the wallpaper looks like it used to be a bedroom. Yeah, yes, it was my kid's bedroom once. Yes. Yes. This is where I keep my drones.
Emporium.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Oh dear. Ray Kelly. I don't think I said g'day to Ray, and I did say g'day to Matt, whether you could hear me or not. But g'day, how are you? And Brett too, Victorian Aerial Vision. How are you?
I'm going to ditch on out of here, Matt. You got to go to work here in a couple minutes and whatnot. So,
yep.
thanks for having me
Yes.
on. Enjoy.
Thanks
Always
for having
good
me
to
on,
see you
Matt.
around, Mike.
We'll see you soon.
Always a pleasure.
Good to catch
Always
up, Mike. Take care.
Keep an eye out for that, Adrian. You got the
Tomorrow.
tracking number now.
Big Matt,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you for having me, buddy.
It's all good, mate. No worries.
Ray,
Thanks for coming.
Matt, everybody in the chat. Love you guys, and I'll see you later.
Take
All
care,
right,
Adrian.
Yeah, mate. Take care,
Remember,
Malcolm
keep
X.
studying, partner.
Hey, Brent Lund. Dre, thank you, man. I mean, you think that my supposed be friend Matt would keep me and tell me, hey, because he got my number, he know how to get in contact with me, but he don't give a shit. He don't. Because he lived in Australia with all the other wankers. Not you, Ari. I'm sorry. The other wanker. You a good guy. You a good guy, Ari. You are.
Solidarity, brother. Yeah, mate. We're good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about I
See.
received a freaking message from Tim Jackson this morning at 4:30 in the morning? I'm going live. Come and join. I'm like, fool, I'm still asleep. Well,
If you
wanna
still
chat-
asleep,
wanna
how did
chat
you
to
receive
chat
the
to
message?
Matt? You want to
You
chat
can't-
to Matt?
I was, mate. I was. I ended up popping in just as you popped out because I had a question for you, and you decided to leave.
Okay, I'm about
you
to
don't
go.
like my
I'll see you later. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad.
He beat you to the punch this time, Matt.
He
I'll
doesn't
shoot
like
through and
my
leave you with it.
He
I'll
doesn't
shoot
like
through,
my
Matt.
questions, Dad.
Bef-
Hey?
Before I go, anybody I've missed in the chat who's commented, I'm sorry, but I'm about 3 meters from the monitor, so I'm not seeing anybody. All right, Matt, thanks for having us on. Dre, everybody in the chat,
Hey,
have a
to see
good
you,
day at
Ari.
work. I'll catch up with you next time, everyone.
See you, Ari.
Oh, still got the beard, Tim. It's just shorter. Bye, everyone.
It is trimmed up, brother. And look at
Yeah.
this. Yes, he's calling you a wanker, Brett. That's what he was doing. Oh, I'd be having a crack at him. I really would. Peter Carroll, Night Train, see you in there. Adrian, yeah, mate. Yeah, I better nick off and do my bloody work shit that I have to do today. But anyway, it's good money, so got to grab it while it's there, I guess, because it's gone pretty quiet lately after Easter. Kind of sucks. Anyway, we get that. But what I will do is I'll share that, and I'll share that, and I'll do this one here. Oh, look, I'll tell you, that's going to start playing
Oh, Mel jumped in here.
right away. I don't want to do that. But anyway. All right. Please don't forget my live stream tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. No one cares, Adrian. No one will pop up.
Oh man, you might
I'll
pop
pop
right
in.
in here after that comment.
Yeah.
Good night, Ray.
No, it's all in good fun, mate. We know that. But I expect 100% participation. I know. So, I know. Yeah. Well, you get what you give, Gary. You know what I mean? And of course, Gary sends me invites when it's 2 a.m. here or 3 a.m. or something like that. I'll never get his live shows.
I was going to ask you, Gary, did you miss out on your Tuesdays and Thursday lunchtime this week? Because I didn't see them pop up on my screen at work.
Yeah, I don't know what he's man. Friday night is getting crowded on YouTube. It is. Do you know what's getting popular? These Friday night things over there. Yeah, everyone seems to be popping on. I mean, it's a great time to do it. Oh, Brian. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Brian, how are you, mate? I sent you a link too, Brian, but he rebuffed me.
No, I'm trying to think. Was Brian on earlier today? Usually he has an earlier show. So I didn't remember getting a request, but I was out doing some work today. Actually, what we would call spying. I was doing a code enforcement case on a guy. Now listen to this, Matt. Anybody in the chat? We have a street that's getting redone. Four commercial buildings. This guy was trying to hold out on this property. He thought he was going to get a lottery pick here. All right. It's about just shy of 2 acres of land. It's like a mini junkyard. This guy hired a lawyer, thought he was going to extort the developer to get about $12 million out of him. The developer offered him $3 million for the property, and the guy balked. And now his property is sandwiched in by two-story commercial buildings on either side, railroad in the back of it, and that's it. His property's not even worth $100,000 now. Walked away from $3 million.
Oh, that sucks. Huh? Jesus.
Yep.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Matt.
Hey, mate.
what's
Yeah,
up, bro?
I did. I missed. I had a crack at Gary the other night saying, yeah, he's got a lovely live show and all his microphone sucks, right? And I think I said something about yours too, Brian. You sound like an air traffic controller. Anyway, so
bitches.
Oh, I told you not to take it to heart, mate. Come on.
He's Canadian. They do that. It's all personal.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, look who we got here. Margie. Margie's in the house. How are you, Margie? Good for popping in. And we've got Hyped. Ben, how are you, mate? How's you going, mate? We're just about to end the stream, to be honest. I've got to go to work. And Mars, how are you, mate? Everything's sorted with that thing, man. It flies like an absolute beast, but, got some yawing issues and all sorts of crap, which I've got to sort out. And it's just a controller problem, I think. But anyway, thanks so much for your help, man. Really appreciated.
And Margie.
And Gary. I know, mate. Yeah, we're having a bit of holy shit. He's going FPV, brother. Look at him. Woo!
I'm doing FPV right now. Check it out. Look at this.
Look at that. That must be the Tiny Hawk in the car. Surely.
Hey, speaking of Tiny Hawks, I just spent this entire week trying to get the motors to start on my Tiny Hawk 2. I'm sending it back. Luckily, it came from Amazon.
Does it arm?
Yeah, no. Well, let's put it like this. No, it does not arm. Betaflight sees all the switches, all the controls, so I know I'm bound to it. The motors just will not start. What I think probably happened is I looked at the wrong YouTube video first. The one that said, be careful of touching anything metal when you go to press that button. And don't short anything out, which I probably did. So yeah, that was a frustrating week.
You got to use a toothpick, brother. That's the easiest way to do it.
Well, the easiest way to do it is through Betaflight. That's how I bound it.
Oh yeah, you can. Yes, absolutely.
So instead of, I'm going to send the Tiny Hawk back, and I'm going to go ahead and get a DJI FPV drone.
Well, Gary's having a crack at me. You're going to get, well, here we go. Well, why not? Bugger it. Why the hell not?
I'm thinking about it, man. Seriously.
Mate, you only live
they don't
once,
impress me next week with that new drone they're coming out. I'm getting the FPV.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That Air 2S, that I think is going to be a rip-off joke.
Yeah, you know what? They've done that a lot lately. I mean, usually there was a 2-year gap between the drones, but they did it with the Mini. They had the Mini 2 in 12 months. They've done the same thing with the Air, mate. They popped this in. If I was buying these things, I would be really pissed off, to be honest.
Yeah. And just so anybody knows, I can't see the chat.
So if anybody's cussing me out or saying hello, hello back and screw you, bitch, that kind of thing, which I can't see. I don't know.
No, well, that's exactly what. I'm surprised you can't see that. You just read exactly what Bob Casey just said.
So there you go. I figured it'd be something like that.
Yeah, man. Drone 863, how are you? And 400. There you go. Mel, how are you, mate? Why didn't they call the Mavic Air 2 Pro? Well, I think they've used that, haven't they? Enough.
Yeah, I've heard the Mavic name's gone away.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this next one coming out, I don't know what the hell's going on.
They're referring this as the Air 2 RS.
Every 4 months. That's right. Well, yeah, they've got to have influx of money coming to the country somehow, don't they? Be very wary of that. But anyway, I've got to roll. Stuff to do. Got to go to work. Food
You
to
working,
deliver.
man?
Yeah, mate. Yep. I'm going to go today.
That's okay. I could only pop in for a minute anyway. The wife's here in the store. I'm just waiting on her.
That's all right, mate. RS, rat
Right.
shit. Check that drive shaft damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mars stuffed his car up. Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah. Thanks for popping in, Mel and Tim and all. But anyway, I must roll. Thanks very much for joining me on the panel. Thanks, Brian.
Hey, Matt,
Thanks, Dre.
take it easy,
I
bud.
appreciate the invite.
No, always,
Take it easy,
mate.
Dre.
Always.
All right, you too, Brian.
And thanks to everyone in the chat too for popping in on this rather short one once again. Work gets in the way, doesn't it? So thanks everyone for doing that, and hopefully we can do it again same time next week. So everyone, you have yourself a fantastic look. I'm going to put that up there. Oh, don't start that now. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all same time next week. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.